Well, America's car dealerships are bursting at the seams with tons of vehicles, from sleek SUVs to quirky hatchbacks. Yet some of these rides seem to be in a never-ending stall on the lot, just hanging out and gathering dust. So what could be the reason behind this situation, and why should you care? Let's jump right in and talk about the top 10 car models that dealers just cannot seem to sell and unravel the shocking reasons behind it. Jeep Grand Wagoneer L Series. The Jeep Grand Wagoneer L is currently a bold symbol of the various sales hurdles that the Jeep brand is grappling with. But let's get real, the numbers tell a different story. With a staggering market supply of 336 days and a mountain of unsold inventory, this luxury SUV isn't striking the chord it needs with buyers. Despite its hefty average selling price of around $110,000, the Grand Wagoneer L is falling flat, raising pressing questions about Jeep's pricing tactics and its overall market strategy. Late into 2024, reports from dealers reveal that over 1,056 units of this model are sitting idle on lots. This is an indication of a troubling trend across the Jeep lineup. While the Wrangler Unlimited continues to thrive, almost every other Jeep model is seeing market day supplies exceeding the concerning threshold of 100 days. In the automotive world, a healthy market day supply is generally between 60 to 70 days. Anything beyond that signals troubling oversupply and suggests consumers are simply not buying what manufacturers are producing. Pricing strategies are where the story takes a sharper twist. The Grand Wagoneer L's high price point puts it toe-to-toe with luxury SUVs from big names like Cadillac and Range Rover. However, Jeep seems to be playing a risky game by maintaining these elevated prices without fully addressing the real concerns of potential buyers. This shaky approach has spawned a series of challenges that are hard to overlook. Now let's talk about consumer hesitation. The luxury SUV market is cutthroat. Think Gladiator Arena, but potential buyers are evolving. They are increasingly savvy when it comes to value for their hard-earned money. The Grand Wagoneer L's pricing might be turning off customers who instead lean towards more established luxury brands that typically have a reputation for reliability and superior service. When buyers weigh their options, are they looking at the Grand Wagoneer L as a smart choice? It seems not. Then there's the brand reputation issue hanging over Jeep like a dark cloud. The company has been under scrutiny in recent times regarding its reliability and quality control, especially after multiple recalls that have affected various models within the lineup. These incidents can severely dampen consumer confidence, especially for a model positioned as a high-stakes luxury vehicle like the Grand Wagoneer L. If buyers question the reliability of the brand itself, it's a mountain that might be impossible to climb when trying to pitch an expensive SUV. Alfa Romeo Giulia. When Alfa Romeo Giulia made its grand entrance to the American market, it was heralded as a significant comeback for the Italian brand. With all the hype surrounding its launch, the Giulia was supposed to be a game changer. Yet here we are, grappling with a daunting inventory backlog that has left over 1,056 units waiting for new homes and a staggering market day supply of 323 days. The Giulia situation is a glaring example of the numerous challenges that dealerships face with specific models. The alarmingly high inventory levels aren't just random numbers, they reveal several underlying issues that have soured its appeal. For starters, reliability concerns have emerged as a significant deterrent for potential buyers. The Giulia has gained a troubling reputation for inconsistent reliability, which hasn't gone unnoticed. Drivers have reported a range of issues, including frequent electrical failures, with sudden shutdowns and erratic warning lights popping up seemingly out of nowhere. These problems not only shake a driver's confidence, but also lead to hefty repair bills down the line. And it doesn't end there. Certain model years have faced recalls due to engine misfires, which can wreak havoc on engine performance and might lead to severe damage if not promptly handled. You can't overlook the brake failure issues either, particularly with the anti-lock braking system and rear brake discs, which have raised significant safety alarms among consumers. Let's also talk about maintenance costs. Owning an Alfa Romeo Giulia can put a strain on your wallet, as servicing can be significantly pricier than what competitors typically charge. In today's market, where buyers are increasingly price sensitive, high maintenance costs are a critical factor shaping consumer decisions. When it comes to brand perception, despite its impressive performance metrics, the Giulia is struggling to carve out a strong foothold in North America. Many potential buyers seem hesitant, harboring skepticism about Alfa Romeo's long-term reliability and service network compared to more established luxury brands. Adding fuel to the fire is Alfa Romeo's controversial recent decision to discontinue the beloved Quadrifoglio variant in North America. This move has sent shockwaves through the enthusiast community, potentially alienating loyal fans who were drawn to the brand's performance legacy. With the Quadrifoglio off the table, eager buyers are likely looking elsewhere for alternatives that promise robust performance without the lurking threat of reliability issues. BMW XMs. The BMW XM is meant to be a game changer, a daring leap for a brand that has long been synonymous with luxury and performance. Positioned as a high-performance luxury SUV, the XM is designed to encapsulate the very essence of BMW's M division. But here's the twist. Its arrival has stirred up mixed reviews and left the brand facing some serious sales hurdles. With a hefty starting price of $159,000, the XM was crafted as a niche offering, a car for those who live and breathe performance and prestige. Yet its strikingly polarizing design and uncertain status as the M Halo car have left both diehard fans and potential buyers feeling confused about what it really stands for. When we take a closer look at the sales performance, the picture only gets murkier. By the third quarter of 2024, BMW had sold a mere 307 units of the XM, placing it among the worst-selling models in the entire BMW lineup. Let that sink in. 307 units. That statistic paints a stark image compared to the 443 units sold in the same quarter of the previous year. This represents a concerning 30.7% drop in sales. And let's talk about inventory. With an alarming market supply of 544 days, it's painfully evident that the XM is struggling to carve out its niche in an already competitive marketplace. The hurdles faced by the BMW XM are symptomatic of broader trends that are reshaping the landscape of luxury auto sales. A significant point to consider is the overall decline in sales across luxury brands. BMW has reported a troubling trend of falling numbers across its entire lineup. Passenger car sales are down by 5%, while SUV sales have decreased by a staggering 8.5% recently. This decline signals a shifting consumer preference. Traditional luxury vehicles are losing their allure as buyers increasingly gravitate toward more versatile options that cater to modern needs. Economic factors are also playing a significant role in this equation. With interest rates on the rise and inflation looming large, many consumers are exercising caution when it comes to high-ticket purchases, particularly luxury SUVs. As buyers become more focused on value and reliability, models like the XM find it hard to justify their premium price tag. The question is, can a luxury SUV priced at such a lofty figure really compete in a tightening market? Toyota Mini Cooper. The Mini Cooper, once hailed as the quirky darling of the automotive world, is now grappling with a significant drop in popularity, especially in the bustling US market. Remember when this compact icon was synonymous with charm and efficiency? Well, those days feel like a distant memory as consumer preferences evolve dramatically. Let's break down the root of these issues, starting with the shift in consumer preferences that's reshaping the landscape. The demand for larger vehicles is not just a fad, it's a seismic shift in what buyers are looking for. More and more, consumers are favoring vehicles that provide ample space, versatility, and practicality, especially for family needs and active lifestyles. This rising trend has put compact cars like the Mini Cooper in a perilous position, trying to compete against juggernauts that cater to the needs of modern drivers. Furthermore, the Mini Cooper's market positioning has never been more crucial and potentially damaging. Its petite size and focus on urban driving appeal to a niche market, one that may not be robust enough to weather the storm of shifting preferences. In simpler terms, while Mini was once the perfect option for city driving, it now feels like a lonely outlier in a world that increasingly champions practicality and size. Then, there are the pricing issues that complicate the scenario even further. As prices creep up, the Mini Cooper is inching precariously close to the compact SUV pricing territory. This shift creates a dilemma for potential buyers. Why would they opt for a smaller vehicle that sacrifices space when they can easily purchase a roomier SUV for a comparable price? The justification begins to dwindle, and this could explain why those numbers are so low. On top of that, let's not forget about the hidden costs that come along with owning a Mini. While the initial purchase price might grab some attention, the long-term maintenance costs can hit harder than expected. Given their specialized engineering and the unique availability of parts, maintaining a Mini often proves to be more expensive than for other vehicles in its class. So for budget-conscious consumers looking for economical options, the Mini Cooper might start to feel more like an anchor than a thrill. BMW 5 Series. The BMW 5 Series has long been a prominent player in the midsize luxury sedan arena, but the once stalwart model is now witnessing a notable decline in popularity as consumer preferences increasingly tilt toward larger vehicles, particularly the ever-popular SUVs, and the rising star of electric vehicles. The 5 Series is fighting hard to maintain its foothold, with a staggering market day supply of 387 days and over 3,650 units languishing on dealer lots. The array of challenges this model faces isn't just a fluke. It reveals deeper issues impacting the automotive industry as a whole. Looking at the sales figures, the third quarter of 2024 tells a stark story. BMW sold only 1,881 units of the 5 Series, a figure that pales in comparison to the performance of more competitive models within the luxury segment. When you factor in the broader downturn in sedan sales, largely due to shifting consumer priorities favoring SUVs and crossovers, the situation becomes even more dire. Several key factors are contributing to the waning popularity of the BMW 5 Series. Starting with the ongoing shift in consumer preferences, SUVs have taken the spotlight, dominating the automotive landscape as they capture nearly half of all new vehicle sales in 2024. This dramatic shift means that classic sedans like the 5 Series are increasingly losing ground. Buyers are seeking vehicles that provide more versatility and practicality for their everyday lives. The larger cargo space and elevated driving position of SUVs resonate deeply with families and individuals who demand more from their vehicles. Then there's the recent recall issue that has put the 5 Series in a precarious position. Safety concerns have emerged following a significant recall affecting the steering and brake systems of the vehicle. Not only does this bring about pressing safety implications, but it also erodes consumer confidence in the model. Reports reveal that this recall has impacted over 79,000 vehicles, leading to a stop sale order on new units until the necessary repairs are completed. Another pivotal aspect of the 5 Series' decline lies in its pricing strategy. The average transaction price hangs around $70,658, which places the 5 Series at a premium compared to other mid-sized luxury sedans. With rising interest rates and a climate of economic uncertainty, consumers are becoming increasingly price-sensitive. Many are opting instead for more affordable choices or higher-value SUVs that warrant better perceived value, effectively sabotaging the 5 Series' allure. Jaguar XF. The Jaguar XF, once the crown jewel of British luxury and performance, finds itself in a precarious position as it struggles to keep its allure in a rapidly shifting automotive landscape. Remember when the XF was synonymous with elegance and power? Fast forward to today, and it's hard to ignore the stark reality. A staggering 701 units are currently sitting on dealership lots, coupled with a concerning market day supply of 315 days. This situation paints the XF as a relic, a haunting reminder of a forgotten era for Jaguar. The decline isn't just incidental, it is rooted in several critical issues, namely high pricing, significant depreciation, and an emerging reputation for unreliability. Let's first take a closer look at high pricing and depreciation, two intertwined adversaries that have turned potential buyers away from the XF. The initial cost of owning a brand new Jaguar XF is around $58,148, a figure that firmly places it in the premium range compared to other mid-sized luxury sedans on the market. In an economic climate where rising interest rates are squeezing wallets tighter than ever, buyers are growing increasingly price sensitive. As a result, many are steering toward more budget-friendly alternatives that can deliver similar luxury without the hefty price tag. But the woes don't end there. The Jaguar XF suffers from an unflattering reputation for steep depreciation rates. You might want to sit down for this one. According to data from CarEdge, the XF is known to depreciate by an average of 54% 30% after just 5 years. This translates to a resale value of approximately $26,911, hardly encouraging numbers for someone looking to invest in a luxury vehicle. The rapid depreciation raises serious concerns among potential buyers about the long-term value retention of the XF. Think about it. When consumers are pondering a vehicle purchase, the last thing they want is to be stuck with an asset that plummets in value. Scarcity of perceived value makes the XF a less appealing option. The anxiety over potential resale value creates a psychological barrier that acts as a deterrent to many buyers. In a world where consumers increasingly favor vehicles that promise to hold their worth over time, the Jaguar XF struggles to differentiate itself. Many prospective owners are now on the hunt for ironically less prestigious options that can deliver a better resale return. Fiat 500e. The Fiat 500e has always been seen as a cute and stylish contender in the colorful world of electric vehicles. Despite its charming aesthetics, the truth is that it is currently floundering in an increasingly competitive American automotive market. The numbers tell a troubling tale. With a market day supply of 548 days and 1,140 units collecting dust on dealership lots, the appeal of the 500e is rapidly diminishing. A combination of its compact size, limited driving range, steep price tag, and a shaky reputation for reliability is turning what was once a favored choice into a tough sell. It's a stark reminder that in an electric vehicle landscape dominated by larger, more practical options, charm alone just isn't enough. Let's take a closer look at the pricing dilemma facing the Fiat 500e. Starting at around $32,500, it finds itself nestled in a price bracket that's anything but inviting. This figure positions the 500e at a premium compared to other compact electric vehicles, many of which boast better range and more enticing features for similar price points. Models such as the Hyundai Kona Electric and Nissan Leaf are not just competitors, they're offering bigger interiors and longer ranges that effectively siphon interest away from the 500e. Now let's dive deeper into the reliability issues that have cast a shadow over the Fiat brand. For years, Fiat has struggled to shake off a reputation tarnished by reliability concerns, and these troubles have seeped into how consumers perceive the 500i. Reports indicate that earlier iterations, specifically from 2013 to 2015, faced serious drivetrain issues that were hard to overlook. We're talking sudden power loss and even alarming stalling while driving. Nightmare scenarios for any vehicle, but especially for an electric one that touts itself as technologically advanced. High maintenance costs further complicate the picture for potential buyers. While electric vehicles are generally thought to require less upkeep than traditional combustion engines, Fiat's track record can incite fears of unexpected repair bills. No one wants to invest in a car that could leave them financially stranded due to unforeseen expenses. For buyers considering the 500A, concerns over maintenance costs loom large, creating hesitation in their decision-making process. Dodge Hornet. The Dodge Hornet has rolled out onto the market as a rebadged version of the Alfa Romeo Tonale, but it's safe to say that this vehicle is facing an uphill battle on multiple fronts. Initially presented as a sporty crossover that could capture the attention of the masses, the Hornet has struggled to make any real impact. With an eye-watering market day supply of 327 days and a staggering 12,780 unsold units gathering dust on dealership lots, it's clear that consumer interest is dwindling. Dealers now find themselves in a desperate race to slash prices just to move inventory, and shockingly, some models are still classified as 2023 vehicles. One of the fundamental issues is the Hornet's identity crisis. As a rebadged model of the Alfa Romeo Tonale, it raises significant questions about its uniqueness in an already overflowing crossover market. Potential buyers can't help but wonder what sets the Hornet apart. Where's the originality? For many, the perception of a lack of innovation and distinctiveness can be a major turnoff, and understandably so. In an industry where individuality is celebrated, arriving as a mere clone can deter even the most curious customers. And then there's market positioning to consider. The Hornet is thrust into a fiercely competitive segment that includes heavyweights like the Honda CR-V and Toyota RAV4, vehicles that have built reputations for reliability, comfort, and impressive resale value. Given these established competitors, the Hornet finds it increasingly difficult to carve out its own niche. What does it offer that these household names do not? Unfortunately, many consumers aren't convinced it provides anything particularly noteworthy, which is a critical pitfall for any newcomer in the market. Now let's delve into the limited features and overall range that the Hornet brings to the table. While it tries to flaunt some sporty performance credentials, it falls short in delivering many of the advanced features and technology systems that modern drivers have come to expect from a crossover. Competing models often come equipped with cutting-edge driver assistance systems and state-of-the-art infotainment options. The Hornet, on the other hand, lacks a few essential ingredients in its tech recipe, making it feel more like an afterthought than a headline act. Fuel efficiency is yet another significant concern for potential buyers. As fuel prices continue to climb, and as consumer interest in eco-friendly vehicles reaches new heights, there's little justification for investing in a vehicle that doesn't lead the pack in terms of fuel economy. BMW i7. The BMW i7, touted as the crown jewel of the brand's electric lineup, was designed to represent the pinnacle of luxury and performance within the electric vehicle segment. Yet, despite its premium aspirations, the i7 is grappling with substantial hurdles as it tries to carve out a niche in the fiercely competitive luxury electric vehicle market. With a staggering market day supply of 578 days and over 1,650 unsold units languishing in inventory, the challenges it faces are unmistakable. What's causing this disconnect? The i7's difficulties stem from several key factors, including its driving range, pricing structure, design choices, and its overall positioning in a market flooded with impressive alternatives. Let's dive into the driving range and performance, which are critical points for potential buyers. On paper, the BMW i7 boasts a respectable driving range of up to 318 miles on a full charge. However, this range pales in comparison to competitors like the Tesla Model S, which can achieve an impressive over 400 miles, or the Lucid Air, known for even more astonishing figures. In a time when range anxiety is a real concern, especially for those planning long-distance travels, consumers are starting to weigh their options seriously. When a vehicle fails to shine in this specific area, it can quickly turn would-be buyers away, leaving them considering alternatives that not only match but exceed performance expectations. Now, let's shift gears and discuss performance expectations. While the i7 does sport a dual motor setup that can produce a robust 536 horsepower, the standard for luxury electric vehicles is exceptionally high. Today's buyers are not merely looking for an adequate driving experience. They demand exhilarating acceleration and dynamic handling that can rival even the finest traditional luxury sedans. They want to feel a rush when they hit the pedal, something that many premium options deliver. The i7 must not only hold its ground, but impress to win over discerning enthusiasts. BMW 7 Series. The 2024 BMW 7 Series, hailed as the brand's flagship luxury sedan, is encountering a turbulent ride in an automotive landscape that's evolving at breakneck speed. With a staggering market day supply of 517 days and more than 2,834 units gathering dust on dealership lots, the challenges facing the 7 Series are glaring. It's a clear sign of the shifting tides. Even with its opulent features and incredible craftsmanship, the 7 Series is losing its allure as buyers increasingly turn their sights toward the growing class of luxury SUVs. These rivals not only offer comparable luxury, but also deliver added space and versatility that consumers find hard to resist. When we examine the sales performance, the situation begins to look disheartening. The high inventory levels alone, 2,834 unsold units, scream inefficiency within the dealership ecosystem. With a market day supply stretching upwards of 517 days, it becomes starkly evident that at the current sales rate, it would take over a year and a half just to clear these cars out. This oversupply inevitably places pressure on dealers, pushing them toward drastic measures like discounts and incentives to entice buyers, a strategy that invariably impacts the perceived value of the 7 Series. But that's not the end of the story. The sales figures for the 7 Series tell their own tale of fluctuating demand. In 2023, around 10,810 units found their way into American driveways, yet this number remains a shadow of its historical highs. This decline speaks volumes about a broader trend. Large luxury sedans, once at the forefront of the market, are steadily losing ground to booming SUVs and versatile crossovers that continue to capture consumer interest. So what's driving this shift in consumer consumer preferences, look no further than the undeniable SUV dominance. The automotive market has fundamentally transformed, with SUVs and crossovers now accounting for nearly 50% of all new vehicle sales, according to industry reports. Consumers are increasingly prioritizing vehicles that can offer not just luxury, but also spaciousness and practicality, another area where traditional large sedans like the 7 Series fall short.